Welcome to the viewers. As you all know, India and America enter into a trade deal, and that will be shortly signed by both the countries. This is a trade deal between America and India on various producers, particularly agricultural producers. As you all know, America was repeatedly pressurizing Indian government not to purchase crude oil from Russia, and later on it imposed higher tariffs as if in a retaliation. So America openly threatened India that if they do not come to trade agreements with America, they will impose more tariffs. India succumbed to the threat and is entered into trade agreement with America. And as you all know, any trade agreements between India and other countries will have impact on Indian economy and Indian people. And today, it is direct. The influence will be directly on the people. In this trade deal, many agricultural producers are involved. So definitely, peasantry will be affected. That's why we must know why exactly this agreement is being done, carried, and why India accepted it, who will be benefited and who will be ruined. This has to be assessed and understood by the people, particularly peasants. In this background, we are organizing this interview, and the General Secretary of AIKKMS, Comrade Shankar Ghosh, himself is available today. He is with us. Comrade, already AIKKMS is agitating against US-India trade deal. Throughout the country, many protests have been organized and movements are started. Can you tell us why movements are being organized against this trade deal? Why AIKKM is fighting against this trade deal?
We are fighting against Indo-US trade deal because this trade deal is utterly anti-peasant, anti-working class, anti-ordinary people, anti-proletariat of our country. This trade deal will destroy the lives of millions and millions of agricultural workers, peasants, and ordinary industrial workers also. So we are duty bound to fight against this anti-peasant, anti-workers in the US trade deal. You know, our organization AIKKMS is a fighting organization, fighting peasant organization of our country. We played a pivotal role. We played a heroic role in the historic Delhi movement in 2020-21. We played a very pivotal role. We forced, we the peasants, Indian peasants, forced the BJP government to withdraw to repeal the three black agricultural acts, black acts. We forced them. So we are duty bound to fight. We will be able to fight. We will be able to organize these movements. It is sure and certain.
In this trade deal, as agricultural producers are involved, can you explain us how does it affect the Indian peasants? What danger Indian peasants are facing because of this trade deal?
Let us compare the lives of Indian peasants and the lives of condition of American peasants. First of all, we have to understand the difference in between these two. Then we will be able to understand how and in what way it will hamper the lives of Indian peasants. Say American peasants. Who are those American peasants? They are 2% of the total American population. 2% only. And they are rich, very rich people. Some of them are multinationals also. Some of them have direct relation with the port of America. This is the future of American peasants. And they got, and they are getting, say, yearly 13 lakh to 18 lakh rupees subsidy from the American state. Whereas, what's the condition of Indian peasantry? What is the condition of Indian peasantry? Indian peasant is getting subsidy from the central government, a minimum 4,000 rupees per head per year. And this 4,000 rupees is not all. They are not getting this 4,000 rupees also. Yeah, there is the arrangement of having MSP, minimum support price, from the government, and the price of the essential essential things, essential industrial goods like seeds, fertilizer, pesticides, water is raising day by day. So all these things make our people dead burden, and they are committing suicides. In the last 10 years, 15 lakh of Indian peasantry committed suicide. This is the actual feature of Indian peasantry. And now you see, if we are to compete with those American peasants in the open market, there will be no protection of tariff. Indian market is free. American peasants produce the entire our national market freely without any tariff protection. Then what will happen? What will happen? Their cost of production is low. Their cost of production is minimum. Our cost of production is high. So our peasants will be thrown away from the competition, and they will be ruined. They will be ruined. And that is that is the treaty. That is the treaty that Modi government signed. Modi government is going to sign. That is the thing. Same to protect our soybean peasants. There are 51 to 81% tariff was imposed, and that will be waived completely. That will be reduced or eliminated. In dairy sector, there is 55% tariff imposed, and that will be completely eliminated. In this way, poultry, in this way, pulses, in this way, cotton, all these things, all this agricultural produce. The Indian government entered into this treaty that these from this produce, agricultural produce, all the uh, protective tariffs will be eliminated or reduced. So our peasantry will die. Peasantry will be destroyed by this treaty. That's why we are duty bound to fight. We are duty bound to raise our voice of protest. That's why AIKKMS is organizing this protest across the country.
This trade agreement is forced on India, they say. And many argue and many have opinion that Indian sovereignty is threatened. India has lost its sovereignty because of this forced trade agreement.
No. There is no question of hampering the sovereignty at all. We have to understand the present international situation. We have to understand it. Say, what is the condition at present internationally? World capitalism, imperialism is in dire crisis. Even the highest developed imperialist country, that is America, US imperialism, is in dire crisis. UK is in dire crisis. Germany is in dire crisis. France is in dire crisis. Our Indian economy is in dire crisis. Crisis of market. So there is a fierce competition in between these two. You see so many wars are happening to grab the world market. So many wars are happening nowadays in between the different imperialist capitalist countries. So, American state, American monopolies, with the help of its state power, are creating pressure on the different capitalist countries, imperialist countries like Canada, like Mexico, like UK, Germany, France, Spain, Italy, China, even Russia, as well as on India also. And India is not a small country. India is not a weak country. India is also an improved country. Indian capital developed a bit. It is now a improved country. And it is also searching market outside our country. Indian capital is invested in Africa, in Latin America, even in US also, even in UK. Indian capital is invested. So there is a competition in between these two, US imperialism and Indian imperialism. There is a competition and contradiction. At the same time, they have mutual understanding in between these two. Say Indian export, highest destination of Indian export is America. 22% of total Indian export is in America. So American state is pressurizing India, open your market, open your market. And India, what is the role of India? India have to open its market to America a bit. That is a sure. But Indian government, Indian state, their thinking is this: we have to open market. It is beyond our capacity to close our market. We have to open market, and they have started to open the market from 1990, not now. Started to open the market in 1990. So they are opening the market a bit by bit, a bit by bit, a bit by bit. They are opening the market. Now in this treaty, Indian capitalist state, imperialist state is searching the way how much we can benefit from this treaty. So America is creating pressure. Indian capitalist system, they are also in dialogue. How much benefit they can have from this treaty. So you see, 1.5 hour dialogue lasted for 1.5 years. The dialogue lasted 1.5 years. So they are thinking of give and take policy. Give and take policy. This this treaty is the reflection of contradiction between America and Indian imperialism. At the same time, a particular arrangement between these two imperialist states. At the same time, these two are happening. You see, American imperialism is powerful, and Indian imperialism is not as much powerful as America. So America is getting the lion's share, and India is not getting the lion's share. This is the thing. This is a normal practice nowadays in the imperialist capitalist market. So it has no relation of sovereignty, Indian sovereignty is compared. This thing is not correct. Those who are raising this question, they are practically forgotten the question of sovereignty. What is the teaching? What is the condition of sovereignty? What sovereignty is? They have forgotten practically this teaching of political science. I think.
With this India and US trade deal, farmers are affected, they are ruined. It has become very explicit. But can you explain us how Indian monopolies or corporate companies are benefited out of this trade deal?
They are gaining in Indian capitalism is gaining in so many ways. Say, I have told you earlier that cheaper US agricultural produce will enter in our country. Enter, it is okay. But who will purchase? Who will purchase these agricultural produce from America? Indian state will not purchase. Then who will purchase? Then there are some companies who will purchase. Do you know that the Adani group primarily their business was on agricultural produce. They was the exporter and importer of agricultural produce. And they have now very big companies of agricultural produce export and import. Adani Agri, Adani Fresh, Adani Port, and SZ. All these are the subsidiary of Adani Groups. And they will purchase. They will purchase the cheaper American commodities. They will purchase from America. What will happen? They will purchase cheaper things from America, cheaper agricultural produce, and they will import it to India. It doesn't mean that they will sell it in the Indian market at a cheaper rate. No, that is not the case. Say, take for instance, Ambani Reliance. They purchase petrol and diesel, crude oil from Russia at cheaper rate. But we the Indian people got no benefit of that purchasing of Ambani. Ambani sold that diesel and petrol and crude oil to Europe at a higher price. So Indian people we not got any cheaper rate, and that will be the condition. That will be the condition. So these Ambani, these Adani companies, they will not purchase from the Indian peasants. Here is the problem. These companies will purchase from America at cheaper rate, and they will sell in the market at higher prices. Market means not only Indian market, but also African market and another places. They will sell and they will pocket huge amount of profit. This is one thing. Another thing is due to this treaty, export and import will increase. Export and import will increase. And all the seaports now in the main are under Adani. So their income of the port will increase heavily. Third, see Adani's. Due to this arrangement, due to this treaty, the market capitalization of Adani companies will rise by 14 lakh crores. One estimate says, it is not my point. One estimate says that due to this treaty, the market capitalization of Adani companies as a whole will increase by 14 lakh crore rupees. Same will happen in case of Ambani companies. Ambani's Reliance India Limited, they will also purchase agricultural produce and they will sell through their retail chains. They will purchase at lower cost and sell at higher prices. They will benefit from that. And another thing is, Reliance has a big joint partnership with SAIL, which capital value is 27 lakh crore rupees. And through this treaty, Ambani will be converted into a big giant player in the international oil market. Ambani will be converted. What I said, what I placed before you is a tip of iceberg. Besides Adani and Ambani, there are other big players, other big capitals of India. They will be also benefited by this. So, this treaty will destroy our peasants. This treaty will destroy our dairy farmers. And this dairy farmers is numbering 8 crores. This treaty will destroy our soybean farmers. They are numbering 5 crores. This treaty will destroy our poultry farmers. They are numbering 4 crores. This treaty will destroy our pars farmers. They are numbering 3 crores. All these farmers will be destroyed. All these farmers will be destroyed. And our capitalists, imperialists, our multinationals of India, and they will gain, they will amass huge profit, they will pocketed huge profit from this treaty. And that is the true essence of this Indo-US trade deal.
We have understood how this trade deal affects the farmers and corporate companies are gained, they are much profited. It is imperative on us to develop a resistant movement against this deal, this onslaught of India and American corporate companies over Indian peasantry and common people. Can you tell us what is the plan of AIKKMS to resist this India-US trade deal? What types of agitation and what is the plan of a movement you have planned?
Mind it is not only the planning of AIKKMS. We, the AIKKMS people, our AIKKMS organization, is a part and parcel of Sanghyukta Kisan Morcha, SKM. SKM is a big platform of the peasant organization across the country. And in SKM meeting, we have taken decision that we will fight to the last against this Indo-US trade deal. And that's why SKM declared an important program on 22nd of July. We will organize in thousands and thousands of places across our country, peasants and agricultural workers. We will raise our voice of protest and we will strengthen the voice of protest. And you know, in coming November, we are going to organize a big rally in Delhi itself. Lakhs and lakhs of peasants across the country will mobilize in Delhi in the coming days, probably in the month of November. We are going to organize a meeting on 28th July in Delhi. SKM meeting will be held. We will be there, and there all these programs will be taken, all this planning will be taken. Apart from this, apart from the endeavor of the peasant organizations, we, the peasants and workers of this country, we are united now. From the Delhi movement, we have seen our worker friends, our brothers, worker brothers, they are coming to us, and we are jointly organizing so many movements. In this case also, on 29th of July, at Katora Stadium in Delhi, a joint convention will be held of workers and peasants. There in the US trade deal is an important issue. And along with it, other issues will be discussed. And there we will announce a program. So a program of fighting jointly by the peasants and agricultural workers and the industrial workers and different federations will be held. So nowadays, peasants and workers of this country are united, and unitedly we will fight to our last. This is our plan. This is our planning, and we are sure that we will be able to resist this heinous attack of the Indian monopoly house, attack of the imperialist capital on Indian peasantry, agricultural workers, and the workers and the common people. We are sure we will be able to fight, and we will fight together, raising our head high.
Thank you.
Friends, Now we have understood, we got a correct picture about this India and American trade deal. So it's very crystal clear that it will ruin the life of peasantry and also common people. So we have understood the necessity to resist, agitate against this India trade deal. That's why, as the General Secretary of AIKMS has put before us and gave a call to resist this movement, on behalf of AIKMS, we appeal to the countrymen, particularly peasantry, to organize themselves and to resist it, to build a mighty movement against Indian trade deal. Thank you.